So we have 200 more attack, and thus the baby dragon was destroyed. Just like that. Hello everybody and welcome to a new Let's Play series on the channel. I am very excited for this one. It is one of my all-time favorite PlayStation 2 games, YuGiOh The Duelists of the Roses. So I can tell you this much, the idea, the setting of the game is kind of weird. You'll find out soon enough, but just keep in mind this is a Japanese card game for kids. Alright? Anyway, without further ado, let's get a new game started, shall we?
England, 1480s. The Wars of the Roses, a power struggle between the houses of Lancaster and York to decide a royal successor, was nearing an end. With the Yorkists well in the lead, the reign of Richard III was but a step away, and in France, Yugi, the last Lancastrian heir, was being forced to live a life of exile. The Lancastrian forces were rendered powerless by ancient cards of sorcery, wielded by Seto and his 7 followers who, known as the Rose Crusaders, served under the flag of Lord Crawford, a powerful Yorkist nobleman. Lacking a duelist to champion their cause, defeat was imminent for the Lancastrians. In England, duel card games were still at the fledgling stage. Thus, the Lancastrians had to look elsewhere for a duel master capable of facing the Rosencrews in battle. With this in mind, Margaret May Beaufort of Lancaster secretly requested a high druid to summon a duelist from another age.
Oh! Summoned from the mystic circle of red and white roses, the one capable of harnessing pure power. There was truth to the legend of the Rose Duelist. So yeah, this is what I meant. We're playing a Japanese card game, set in the Middle Ages, with the war between France and England. It's kinda weird. But hey, Lady Margaret, I did it! Now we have the means for defeating the evil forces of Rosencrews. Oh, my apologies. In my excitement I'd forgotten I was in the presence of the Rose Duelist. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Simon McMorrin, High Druid and Servant of Lancaster. May I be so bold as to ask the name by which the Rose Duelist would like to be known? Yes. You can name me Sir Boopy. Boopy, a fine name indeed. Now, here's the situation. The year is 1485 and you are currently in Stonehenge, near Salisbury, England. England is in turmoil with the House of Lancaster's rightful claim to the throne being challenged by Yorkist usurpers. The power struggle is referred to as the Wars of the Roses, a name based on the badges used by both sides, a red rose for the Lancastrians and a white rose for the Yorkists. Right now our kingdom is threatened by the Yorkists and their wrongful claim to the throne. All because the Yorkists enjoy the support of the Rose Crusader and the sorcerer's white rose cards. Using all red rose cards, we summon you, Poopy, to this day and age. We hope that your dueling experience will defeat the I can't read anymore. The Rose Crusaders and lead us to victory. You will help us? Of course you will. Foolish of me to even doubt where your loyalties lie. Rumor has it that only the legendary Rose Duelist stands a chance against the power of Rosencrews. We appreciate any help you can provide against them. Before I forget, I should warn you that the rules to dueling differ here from those of your age. Yeah, that's true. This is more of a of Series 1 Yu-Gi-Oh rules. So like monsters that don't have an effect suddenly have an effect and stuff, and like the power-ups work differently as well. It's kind of odd, but yeah. Here in England, dueling is governed by what is known as the perfect rule. In addition to several minor distinctions, there are 2 major differences. One is the existence of movement or positioning, the other is the deck leader concept. These are 2 aspects of dueling that were lost in the process when the ancient sport of duel monsters was adapted to card form. The perfect rule represents these lost rules that were miraculously revived here in England. Perhaps a practice duel will serve better than an explanation. Shall we? Okay. Yeah, we'll play a practice duel. It's been a while. Oh, we play it with the Dark Magician. Oh, I do like that. Let's start with the basics of dueling. First, let me show you how to summon a monster. To bring a monster into play, you must summon it from your hand to the field. Now let's draw a card from the deck. Yeah, okay. Dark Magician, look at that. Whew. Currently, the card you're indicating is your deck leader, the Dark Magician. Let's order your deck leader to operate your hand. Okay. You can do this by selecting your deck leader and pressing the square button. Alright. See the blue square? That's the area where you can place your summoned monster. Let's place the monster in a position directly in front of your deck leader. Line up the cursor by pressing the up there. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Oh, Celtic Guardian.
Apparently there's only one monster in your hand that can be summoned to the field. This is because summoning a monster requires a certain amount of power. So it's basically the levels or the stars on top of the monsters. So you currently have 4, and only Celtic Guardian has 4. So the spot currently indicated is where your currently available summoning power is displayed. At the start of a duel, you have 4 summoning power points. This amount will increase by 3 every turn, and you can accumulate up to a maximum of 12 points. When a monster is placed on the field, summoning power points equal to the monster's level are expended. Okay, yeah. So we'll get Celtic Guardian. Yeah. Hence, yeah, Celtic Guardian. No, let's summon the Celtic Guardian, yes. There we go. No. Press the X button. At this point, if you wish to cancel it, press the O button. Then to your selection, press X again. Yes. See the yellow square? This indicates the space where your monster can be moved to this turn. Your opponent deck leader is directly ahead. Let's move straight into the space. To move your monster, you must select your destination with the cursor and press the X button. Yes. There you go. Yes. The monster can only move once per turn. Yeah. However, deck leader summoning does not count as a move. Hence, the monster can move immediately after being summoned to the field. Since there is nothing else left to do, let's end your turn. Press start, okay. From this point, it's your opponent's turn. Your opponent is summoning a monster and preparing to attack you. Oh, he's moving forward actually, okay. Ooh! Oh, we can see what he's got. Okay, he's going with Baby Dragon. Oh, here we go. So now we have to attack him. Right. Now it's your turn. There is an enemy monster heading your way. Let's use the Celtic Guardian to eliminate the threat. To attack your opponent's monster, all you have to do is move your monster in the same space. Yeah. So we can just move like this. Now sometimes they can also be trap cards, for instance. So, but yeah, as I said, the trap cards and all, they work a little different. But we'll get to that eventually. Also, as you can see, Celtic Guardian has an effect in this game, so if you eliminate your opponent's monster, move one space closer to your opponent's leader. However, your opponent is now aware of your monster's strength and will probably bring a more powerful monster into play to retaliate. Let's take a look at the factors that govern the outcome of a battle.
Hey there, ladies and gents, this is Boopy during editing. Now, this practice duel went on for ages, and I think you'll get a better idea of how it works once we start to actually play it. So I'm just gonna skip this one and we'll get right back to the story.
First, Boopy, you must select a deck to duel with. It is important that you feel the vibrations of a deck leader, the minute resonations that ring through to your soul. The cards themselves draw their power from the energies of the Ancient Ones. The deck leader acts as an intermediate between the Ancient Ones and the deck wielder. Boopy, it is essential that you select a card leader whose rhythm matches the stirrings of your soul. There are several decks from which you to choose, okay. So, choose carefully, for the deck you select will guide the destiny of your duels. So, Patrician of Darkness, that's pretty cool. Twin-headed Behemoth and Fairy King Tuesdale. I kinda want the Patrician of Darkness, to be honest. He looks pretty neat. Let's go with that one, yeah. I never used him before, so... Like, from what I remember, they're always kind of different, or like there's always like a selection you can choose from, but they randomize a little bit, so... Ah, I see you've selected your deck. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. It looks like there's some truth to the rumor that Red Rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? Oh shit, look at that. It's been some time since the Battle of Barney, old one. Rosencruz, what brings you here? Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you once before that you may only address me as Seto. Or does memory fail you, old man? And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. I must admit there is a certain aura of power emanating from you. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Seto, leader of the Rose Crusaders. There are members of our little group who prefer to call me by the name of C. Rosencreuz. I ask you again, what brings you here, Seto? Mind your manners, old man. What else would bring me here? I've come for the Red Rose cards. After all, it was you who showed me how the summoning capabilities would evolve when the Red Rose cards are combined with the transport powers of the White Rose cards. You aren't thinking of attempting the Forbidden Rose summoning. If so, then the Red Rose cards must never fall into your evil hands. Card sorcery taps into the powers of the Ancient Ones. By that very nature, each card is a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. The Rose cards alone harness tremendous power. There's no telling what horrors one might unleash to the world by combining both red and white. I will sacrifice my own life if need to prevent any form from uttering the Spell of Doom. The Spell of Doom?
Fool!
The 16 red and white Rose cards grant power overall. Druid legend has twisted the true meaning of these cards. We Rose Crusaders have sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of the cards. And we shall do so by extending the rule of Richard III throughout the known world. By the way, it was clever of you to form a circle of red roses within the but you are foolish to come alone. This area is surrounded, and if you wish to leave with your life, you will do so only by handing over the Red Rose cards. Me? A fool? Then what about you? Are you fool enough to actually believe the Red Rose cards would remain here in my possession? Right after the summoning, I had the cards dispersed among our best duelists to keep them from your tainted hands. Then you leave me with one option. I shall enlist the aid of your precious Rose Duelist. You take leave of your senses. And you speak too soon, old man. Heed my words, Duelist. If you wish to return to your proper time period, you will require 16 cards of the red and white roses. The red and white positions must be laid out in reverse of the summoning order to send you home. You know the spell? Since you need the 16 rose cards just as much as we do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards, and I shall guarantee your return after we've achieved our ultimate goal. An absurd proposal! Do you think that the Honorable would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon's side has 8 of the red rose cards, while my side, the Rose Crusaders, has possession of the 8 white rose cards. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates that you could side with either of us. But I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war. After all, who was desperate enough to summon you in the first place? I think it's quite clear which side is better positioned to send you home. Poopy! Heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic! Simon, must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what, why don't we leave the decision to our dear duelist? After all, Simon, the duelist's future is not for us to decide now, is it? Well, yes, but... Splendid! In keeping with the tradition of the old temple gardens, I offer you a choice, duelist. Here are 2 roses, the white represents me and the red for old Simon here. For the sake of justice, choose the red rose. Stand by my side, duelist. Choose the white rose. Okay. Now, I will play both sides, but for starters, I'm gonna go with the red ones, because I'll fight for the good side. So, yeah. How disappointing. Oh well, you made your choice and I respect that. For now, I will guarantee your safe passage until you've met with Yugi. After all, I don't want your little game to end too quickly. That wouldn't be sporting. I look forward to the day when we meet again, duelist. Until then. I did good.